Oh friends, I want to speak to you about a freedom that could not be spoken aloud. There are moments when speech becomes a chain rather than a bridge. Words, which once clarified, begin to bind. Explanation becomes delayed. Defense becomes attachment. And in such moments, freedom does not ask you to argue your way out. It asks you to fall silent. Silence, here, is not absence. It is a strategy born of clarity. The parrot understood this before the merchant ever could. As long as it spoke, it was useful. As long as it sang, it was admired. Its voice made it valuable, and its value made its cage necessary. Speech kept it alive, but alive inside confinement. Freedom did not require louder protest or clever persuasion. It required the courage to stop speaking altogether. Silence became the only language that could not be co-opted. O seekers, notice how often your voice becomes the very thing that traps you. You explain yourself to remain acceptable. You clarify your intentions to avoid misunderstanding. You justify your longing so others will not be alarmed. And in doing so, you remain where you are. Speech keeps you visible, and visibility keeps you contained. Freedom sometimes requires invisibility. I learned this when words began to betray me. I could explain my path endlessly and still remain unmoved. Each explanation reassured others, but it diluted my own resolve. The more I spoke, the more I negotiated with doubt. Only when I stopped explaining, when I allowed myself to be misunderstood, did movement become possible. Silence gathered what speech had scattered. Oh friends, silence is often mistaken for weakness. It looks like surrender. It feels like disappearance. But silence chosen is not defeat. It is withdrawal from a conversation that no longer leads anywhere. The parrot did not fall silent because it was afraid. It fell silent because it had learned that speech would never open the door. Silence did. O seekers, there is a moment when freedom requires you to stop performing your identity. As long as you continue to show who you are, you remain legible to the system that benefits from your staying. Silence interrupts legibility. It confuses expectations. It breaks the pattern. And when pattern breaks, opportunity appears. The merchant believed the parrot had died because death is what silence resembles to those who rely on sound. He grieved because he could no longer hear what he loved. But love that demands a voice is not yet free. When the cage opened, it was not speech that moved the parrot. It was a readiness. Freedom does not announce itself. It departs quietly. O beloved ones, silence is frightening because it removes witnesses. You fear that without words, you will be erased. But what truly matters is not preserved by explanation. What matters is waiting until noise subsides. When you stop defending your truth, it begins to defend you. When you stop speaking it prematurely, it grows strong enough to move. I have seen people lose freedom by over-articulating it. They speak of leaving before they are ready. They announce change while still dependent. And each announcement tightens the net. Silence protects intention until it is embodied. The parrot did not explain its plan, it enacted it. Oh friends, this is not an instruction to withdraw forever. Speech has its time, but there is a season when silence is the most honest response. When you are still becoming, words interfere. They freeze you in a version of yourself that is already passing away. Silence allows transformation to finish its work. Ask yourselves where speech is keeping you safe but stagnant, where explanation has replaced action, where being understood has become more important than being free. These are signs that silence may be required, not as punishment, but as preparation. O seekers, freedom that requires silence often feels lonely. There is no applause, no validation, no immediate reassurance. But silence concentrates intention. It sharpens resolve. It gathers scattered longing into a single direction. When movement finally comes, it comes whole. The parrot did not look back. Freedom rarely does. It does not pause to clarify. It trusts what has been learned in stillness. And those left behind are given a lesson they did not request. That silence can speak more truthfully than sound. Oh friends, if you find yourself unable to explain what you are becoming, do not panic. This may be a sign that freedom is near. Let silence do its work. When the time comes to move, words will be unnecessary. You will know. And when you go, the cage will remain behind, not broken by force, but emptied by readiness. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episodes.